A banker came up to him and he said, well, you think of all these nice new rules and regulations, but in a couple of months I will have found a way around them. When you think about the difference between rule breaking and rule bending, you can summarize that when thinking about the spirit and the letter of the law or the rule. So when you break a rule, you break both the letter and the spirit of the law. But when you bend a rule, you don't break the letter of the law, but you do break the spirit of the law. So in maybe more simpler terms, you find a loophole that goes around the rule rather than technically breaking it. A very interesting example was when Tesla started or wanted to start selling electric cars. They were not allowed to yet, so they weren't authorized to sell cars. So rather than thinking we're going to wait until we are authorized to sell cars, Elon Musk, then the head of the company at the time, he decided, well, I'm just going to sell memberships of Tesla, and those memberships are very, very expensive as an electric car, and as a gift you get an electric car. So he didn't sell the electric cars, but he found a loophole around not being authorized to sell them yet by giving them with the membership. Recently there has been a lot of information in the media about Charlene de Carvalho-Heineken. And what they found, or at least what NRC found, they studied her case, is that she found a way around paying taxes. So tax evasion is actually a very interesting rule-bending type of behavior, because often they do not really break the law, but of course they go around the spirit of the law, that everyone needs to pay taxes. And she has been very successful doing this because she's one of the richest women in the world. So she is a good example. What we find is that rule-bending in our studies is especially appreciated in more competitive settings and less so in more cooperative settings. So what that means is if your team, for instance, is fighting over scarce resources with another team, people like others to bend the rules a little because that can give them the win. Whereas when you think about very cooperative settings, you want someone, or it's not so bad to follow the rules because there's no harm done by following the rules. And especially rule breakers are not appreciated in very cooperative settings. So why we find that rule benders are seen as more attractive as rule breakers is because when people think about who to give someone leadership or who they feel is suitable for a leadership position, they make use of characteristics that they assign to that person. And those two characteristics that we focus on are dominance and prestige or respect. And what we know is that dominance is associated with assertiveness. And breaking the rules is actually seen as pretty assertive because you show you're just going to do whatever you want to do. But prestige is something that you do for the group. So you're trying to do something good for the group. And rule bending is actually seen as both prestigious and dominant, whereas rule breaking is only seen as dominant. And people like the combination of both when they are trying to see, okay, is this person suitable for a leadership position?